What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So I'm watching Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco's podcast, Nightcap. And Shannon talks about his dating experiences a lot. And I've come to the conclusion that that brother loves a toxic woman. A toxic woman just does something to him. It turns him on all the way to the highest degree. Because he keep finding, like, all throughout his life, especially during his 20s and stuff like that, he keep telling stories about running into a girl who just got out of a relationship with a man, or she was dealing with a man and the man tried to approach Shannon in some way. He didn't tell stories about going back to college, going back to Savannah State for like homecoming, hooking up with a girl, and he done been in his boxers and a dude breaks into the house with an AK-47, pointing the AK-47 at Shannon. He done told stories about dudes breaking out the windows on the girl car and finding out that they was at a hotel together. He didn't told stories about him cracking jokes with a girl and he don't know what joke he told that made her mad and the girl didn't put a gun to his head. He didn't told stories about dudes coming out and finding out where he at with the girl and trying to come and approach him and hopping out on him. And I'm looking like, bro, I'm sorry. After you done found yourself in one situation like that, you would take all measures to make sure you're never in a situation like that ever again, right? Now, I know sometimes you can never always just prevent it from happening 100%. But he has admitted himself, he's found himself in like 5 situations like this. 5 situations where a man then came and approached him about a woman or tried to come in while he dealing with the woman and he didn't demand and came to the door, knocking on the door, pissed off. And I'm looking like, bro, what? You must not love your life, right? And he didn't talk about it like he know he had a praying grandmama and a praying sister because he supposed to have been dead about 5 times. Bro, I promise you, after the situation with the AK-47, I'm never gambling with my life like that ever again. I'm telling you, I'm putting a girl through a goddamn questionnaire to make sure I'm asking all questions that will lead up to if she got somebody that would be pissed off to where they would want to do something to me if we together. I'm asking, don't just ask, do she got a boyfriend? You got to ask, do you got a crazy ex? Was your ex really possessive of you? How long y'all been broken up? Because it can't be no y'all was broken up for about a week or a month. Shit, that's too short, man. Motherfucker might, if he crazy, if he unhinged, he might want to come over here and do something to me. Like, you got to ask some questions like, when the last time y'all had a real texting conversation? Have you expressed your feelings about him recently? Have you, you know what I mean? Like, because women will do that to dudes. Like, bro, I'm like, but Shannon, he didn't found himself in these situations and still be kicking it with the girl, still be laying all up under her. What I think it is, he's an athlete, right? And athletes have this competitive itch in them. And even if, like, he know the girl got a dude or a dude she was just recently with and mad, Shannon is competitive to the point where he want to show the dude, hey, your woman with me now. Your woman with me now. She mine now. She mine now. Because he said after the dude broke out his ex-girlfriend's windows and bust out and flattened her tires, it made him want to be with the woman even more to show him, no, I got her now. Now she ain't going nowhere. She with me. She with me, right? And see, this is the thing, too. He was like, and of course, Shannon can stunt, too, because he's an NFL. He was an NFL player at the time. He making good money. He on TV. People recognize him wherever he go. All of that, right? And he got that clout and that cachet attached to his name. And I think he liked stunting on dudes, especially the dudes that gave him a hard time, that was sad about him dating their ex-girlfriend. He liked the fact that, hey, I'm with her now. You mad about it? I'm going to make you madder. It was that competitive itch to make, he liked that type of energy. Listen, man, I'm not trying to antagonize on men by the woman he used to be with. I ain't into doing that. Unless you talking greasy or doing something to me, I ain't having no parts in it, right? And also, like, why you keep finding yourself in these situations where, like, women don't be telling you the truth? And it's an easy answer. Shannon is an NFL player. It's women that's gonna lie. Even if they got a boyfriend, they gonna lie. Because they don't want to miss a beat with a dude who's a multimillionaire, right? Even if they single and they just got out of a really toxic relationship, they ain't gonna tell Shannon about it because they don't want to mess up their chance with a dude who caked up, with a dude who can provide a different type of lifestyle for them. Not saying that these women weren't successful in their own right, but they weren't multimillionaires. They wasn't dudes. They wasn't individuals. They wasn't dating dudes from what I don't think they were dating dudes that was on TV on a regular. They wasn't dating dudes who were potential Hall of Fame. This is before Shannon became Hall of Fame. They wasn't dating dudes who were on a Hall of Fame trajectory as far as a football career goes. So they gonna lie. They gonna act like they don't know nothing. No, I ain't got nobody. I ain't got nobody. I told y'all about the story when that happened to my father, right? We didn't see situations where a girl had an ex-boyfriend and he was super jealous, super possessive. He was a little crazy. He was unhinged. And it got the young man, the rapper, Trouble, the rapper from Georgia, got him killed, right? I told you about the situation with my daddy. My daddy talking about he went to go see a girl and he went to go hang with the girl. He met out while he was out. He get to the crib. They kicking and hanging out. She got the drinks out, all of that. They vibing. He hear boom, boom, boom at the door. And he called, there's a man calling the girl name. He telling her to open up the door. He knows she in there. Boom, boom. My dad said he kicking the goddamn door like a field goal kicker, right? Like a field goal kicker in the goddamn Super Bowl. So he kicking the door hard as hell, all right? So my dad say he kicking the door so hard, he's eventually going to break this door in. There's no way around it. He's going to break this door in. And then the girl ain't got no back door for my dad to get up out of there. The woman told my dad she ain't got no man. She ain't got nobody, nothing like that. The dude pissed off. My father tells the woman, open the door. Go ahead and open it. Just open the door. He opened the door, come rushing in there, charging in there. He seen my dad. My dad is much taller than me. My dad looked just like me, but he's 6'3". And at the time, my dad probably was maybe like 230, right? So he seen how big and tall my dad was, 230, maybe 240. And he said, I ain't got no problem with you, big man. I ain't got no problem with you, big man. My dad like, all right, cool, yeah. This ain't got nothing to do with me. And he gets up and leaves. He leaves the whole situation right there. My dad said the woman tried to call him and all of that. He wasn't fooling with her no more because he felt like his life was in danger. Shannon Sharpe found himself in these situations time and time again, and he's still kicking it with the lady, the woman. Because, again, he got that competitive itch. He want to show the man, hey, I outbested you. You know what I mean? I mean, we weren't competing for her, but she with me now. I think he liked that type of shit, and he liked the whole, he do. He like the woman that pulled a gun out on him. She told him, don't call me, don't say nothing to me no more, right? Then he say some years later, she reached out to him and told him she was sorry, you know, and all of that. And Shannon said he went to go see the woman at her job, right? Now, some people will be like, well, years passed and all of that. Shannon liked that, man. He liked that type of stuff, man. He get off, especially a man who is like, what's the word for it? Anal, a person who is, who really like, a stickler for like, oh, you can't fart around me. He got all these damn rules. You can't boo-boo in the house with him. You got to wait till he leave the house, or he got to leave the house to boo-boo. He ain't going to boo-boo while you there and all that. Oh, when he got all them type of rules, men who are that strict, that military type strict, they like them wild girls. Wild, sometimes toxic girls. They like that. It gives them their thrill or their edge that they're missing in their life from being so strict. Shannon Sharpe is a man who I remember when he used to put up pictures on Instagram when he was working at FS1 Undisputed. When he first started there, he would put up pictures of his breakfast every morning. This is a man who was eating the same thing every single day. He was eating oatmeal, oranges, and all of that every morning. Then he eating chicken breast and all that for dinner all the time. He ate the same stuff. He did the same thing every day, worked out the same time, woke up at the same time. Men who are that strict in their routine and in their lifestyle, they like a woman who's loose, who lives a life on the wild side, who's a little toxic. When I say loose, not like a woman who's like promiscuous. They like a woman who a little wild, who a little toxic. They like a woman that got a little wild side to her, that walk on the wild side. It's a little, you know, that's a little, they like the freaks, all of that. They like all that type of stuff because in their own life, they not living like that. So they need some excitement at some point. And that's what that brother found. He finds his excitement in dating toxic women, I think. He liked that type of stuff. Because there's no way you can tell me you don't like that. And you keep finding yourself in them situations. Because he ain't really worried about going and trying to figure that out. He liked that aura on a woman. He like a woman that's going to take him through a whole lot of different little hoops and stuff like that. Because he finds that exciting because he doesn't really live a life of excitement as far as like, he don't treat himself to he treats himself to luxury plane rides and all of that. But in other aspects of his life, he's so strict, he ain't got a chance to live on the wild side just a little bit. So the woman he with got to live on the wild side. She got to almost kill him a little bit. She got to put him in a situation where he was almost unalived by the ex-boyfriend. He got to be in a situation where she pull a gun on him one time. He got to be in a situation where the woman get ready to snap on him in public a little bit, and they have a little spat about it, then they make up a little later because it make everything a little more intense and to make it a little bit more exciting for him. He like that. Me, I'm the opposite, baby. You try to cuss me out in public, we over with. You ain't gonna try to emasculate me, none of that, especially for something I ain't really do, or some little minor stuff. We ain't doing that. I ain't dating no woman who, I ain't never had them situations in my years of dating since I was a young man. I'm only 31 years old, but I'm talking about even college times. I ain't had no situation where a dude was trying to confront me about a woman and all that type of stuff, because I just wasn't going for that. You know what I mean? And I know how jealous men can be, and men will do the unthinkable when they're jealous, especially when it's involving a woman. I'm telling you, a man will kill you. You play with his woman or you play with his money. Play with his paper and play with his woman, he gonna kill you about it. So even if the woman ain't his no more, he still a kill you about it. Because some of them just that possessive and that crazy. So I ain't playing with my life like that. But that brother Shannon, he like that crazy shit. That's right up his alley. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.